are helping you change your thought process. What is happening to you? How are you interpreting it?
See, when I was getting into that frame of being negative, I wasn't realizing it. I often make this statement, though questionable, but that an adult, a grown-up person, normally does not do anything which he or she believes is wrong. They do things that they believe is right. It could be wrong. Overall, would be wrong. But they justify it. So when I was feeling low, I was feeling negative, I was having those kind of thoughts, I was not even realizing what was happening. So somewhere you pushed me, you shook me, made me question my own stuff, separated my problem from me actually.
कैसे?
You actually, whether I put it, it's all internal though. My low self-esteem, low confidence, toxic childhood, whatever. You actually put those things. You made me feel that they were separate. I was separate. Okay, I am doing this because of this. So it was more of that realization which started happening. Not to say that doctors' medication and all that and helping, everything is. It was all, I would say, the entire journey. So whether it was about you telling me to very politely keep my ego aside and apologize to doctor that I can get back on track, I wouldn't have done it had you not pushed me for it. So there were times when you had to push me, you pushed me also. But more often than not, I would say it was just like leading the way or guiding the path. That's the reason when I said that I don't want to let go of this weekly thing. Yeah, maybe I'm scared. I don't want to get back to the old self like because it was bloody scary. Scary for my own self, scary. The kind of person I was becoming. I would hate to be that.
Good
So
job.
maybe I was kind of. Thank you. Good job.
Why do you say
The reason why yesterday also because the natural reaction is that when you're feeling decent or good about something, you tend to ignore it and leave it like that. I do not want. I myself cannot afford deteriorating again. That's the reason I was. When you asked me, I said yes, we should do this because it is a journey. हमारा बात करता वो उस फ्रेम में था. Not that I've forgotten. आज से 1-1.5 महीना पहले जब बालकनी देख रहा था तो मन था कि नीचे ही कूद जाऊं. And now I'm having this conversation कि यार घर का जिस चीज पे इतने लड़ाई झगड़ा हुआ 2 हफ्ते पहले उसको कैसे सॉल्व करना है उस पर भी दिमाग चला.
Good.
So huge big thanks to you.
It also looks like that you have started to become a confident man.
I am feeling a change. I am feeling a difference.
Good for
I
you.
became so confident. That I opened the questionnaire you had sent me 3 weeks back. कि यार चल आज इसको ना मैं खत्म कर लेता हूँ before we have this call. तो एक बार मैं करके रिव्यू आधा किया था वो कुछ फोन के अंदर नहीं हो रहा था. मैं उसी के ऊपर ना वो टिक करके भेजने की करूँगा. इसलिए ये डायरी भी शुरू कर दी है. ये भी करूँगा मैं.
So how do you think? Yeah, please continue.
Yeah.
Please
Please,
continue.
please.
नहीं आप बोलिए.
I am finding a change in myself, a change in my thought process. And I want to kind of work this out because I see the impact of that even on my. See, I also know right now I'm too scared with what has happened. It's not that I'm not aware about it. So she's also too scared of what has happened and then this health thingy and all that. I even joked with last time after a call. मैं कहा हमारी इतनी लड़ाई झगड़ा हो रहा था. I was half expecting, at the end of the conversation on the call you'll say, अच्छा अब तुम दोनों का ठीक हो गया. हाँ ठीक है फिर ये डॉक्टर से बात करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. It was like that incident actually brought us together.
Yeah.
So
It was a rude.
it was on the light.
It was a rude shock.
I actually gave, because our relationship is like this tree, which has dried branches, no leaves. But under the earth, the roots are so bloody strong that the tree is not ready to fall.
Yeah. But then you still did it, no? With some little push, some little help, some little motivation, some little encouragement, you were able to do it. And you should be proud of yourself, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm proud of how I spent my time through this lockdown figuring out things, and I've done with that lion. I'm still the mouse. I'm still.
Were you feeling confident? Did you have some clarity? Did you have a direction?
We'll send a letter. We'll do this. I was ready for it. So I was telling my sister. She said this, and she said, "Do you want to do it?" I said, "Yeah, I'm ready for it." Because I realized that the current situation, how he's behaving, how erratic he's behaving with me, and tomorrow my parents aren't there. Today my whole support is my parents, right? Tomorrow they're not there. That also makes me feel it's time. And I asked Geeta Luthra before hanging up, I said, what would your advice be to me? Because obviously she's asking you, what is it that you have in mind? What is it that you want to do? She said, my advice would be for you to act sooner than later. Don't wait. I didn't ask her why she thought that.
What do you think you were feeling month and a half ago?
If I am fearful 5 on 10 right now, I was fearful 12 on 10. And if I was lost without answers, it was 15 on 10 feeling. Right now, lost without answers is a 8 on 10 feeling. 7 on 10, 8 on 10 feeling. And I have been able to put a closure to the confusion about what the hell is happening in my life. Just running to somebody to understand where my solution lies. So now I see those solutions, but I'm still doubting them. The last 2 days I kept doubting. I said, oh my God, I don't know, you may judge me, how you're going to judge me for this. But the last 2 days I was thinking, I hope I've not created a monster out of nothing or something that's not a doubt. Like, how can I put a finality? Because end of the day, he has brains. He is sensible in some ways. Maybe I'm just dealing with a lot more. I don't know. It's so much more, which I didn't want to really sit and analyze. But so now he gave all this level-headed advice.
So we are talking about you. Since we are talking about you, so how do you think you got this courage that you have started to think little more clearly and little more logically, where you're able to give advice, sane advice to your daughter, and that works? How do you think that has happened?
That I did because I know him very well. Now, if I know him very well, yet I don't know him well because I never know how he reacts. Now, I did try to be fair on this one. I said, okay, now if I had walked, talking to you is like the first time I told you I need somebody on a seat of judgment. You said we don't judge. But there was somebody who told me, look, yes, this is a problem. There's no one who's ever told me, yes, this is the problem. Everyone said, निभा लो, काट लो, चुप हो जाओ, देख लो, हो जाएगा. It's always been so wishy-washy. That clarity has really helped me.
Good for you.
Yeah.
And how do you think?
Thank you for that. We say that loudly. Yeah.
How do you think you have developed this courage to even, go up to a lawyer and talk about your rights? Because 1.5 months ago, you were just lost and, and nowhere. Confused, jittery. I mean, you still are, but little less than what you were before. What gave you that push?
The same thing, the finality that probably you put to it, that clarity that probably you put to it. I've been to lawyers twice before for various different, like, is it okay if I leave the house for long? What should I do? Totally lost, no clarity. I didn't even know what questions I was asking. I don't even know what answers I came back with actually. And of course, those were the first consultations. They didn't charge, and they said things which I literally came home with. I don't know what the hell I'm doing or I should do. Every decision depended on me, and I'm a confused person. So where will I make decisions? So that confusion's gone. That self blame, self doubt has decreased. So today, I feel if I walk into a party, which was such a big fear for me, I may be feeling better about how I conduct myself and what I feel about myself and what I think others may think of me, because I see a little more confidence in myself.
Good job.
Yeah, mind, because I would walk into a party saying, people are blaming me, people are blaming him, they're speculating. Yeah,
You can see that. It is lessening.
yeah. I don't know. It is lessening. It is lessening. My belief in myself, which is also thanks to you. It's not just come. It's because there's you telling me this is what it is. I wish somebody would have done this earlier, for me. Okay, now I'm going to start crying and I don't know why.
That's okay. Tears are welcome.